This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, a local community group petitions for the reinstatement of a bus route that was terminated by the ORC. We'll find out who's come to the rescue of a local society that's had its government funding withdrawn. And the DCC puts $500,000 aside to boost the city's arts profile. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. A local community group is pushing for the restoration of a defunct public bus service. The Brighton to South Dunedin route was canned last year by the Otago Regional Council, frustrating some residents. And now they're petitioning for action.
Pushing for a change. This Greater Green Island Community Network member is steering a petition to get the Otago Regional Council to reinstate a former bus route.
Basically, we had a group of people come to me who were really unhappy with the change of the route and service that was happening. So we've got people who live in Concord who can't get to Green Island anymore. They used to use Green Island for their kind of shopping hub, medical hub.
The number 70 Brighton bus used to stop regularly, passing through Concord and other suburbs on the way to South Dunedin. Now there's just an express service, stopping only in Green Island before heading straight to the city centre. That's annoying residents who have to catch several buses to get to South Dunedin.
A lot of people have just been really frustrated and angry. They feel like they haven't been listened to. A lot of people have gone to the Otago Regional Council and tried to complain themselves, and they just didn't feel like they were being listened to. So we're hoping that if we kind of do it all en masse and get a lot of people behind it, then we might get taken seriously.
The Community Network Group has been collecting signatures to present to the Regional Council, which contracts public bus services. Members have been displaying their petition at community galas, shops and cafes. Davidson's confident about collecting 300 signatures, but says it's still up to the council to take the petition on board.
I'd like to think that they take on board what we are recommending and keep the express service, but maybe put in some extra routes that can take people to the places where they want to go.
The group's planning to present its submission to the ORC in mid-February. The council's in the midst of a public transport overhaul and has been changing bus routes throughout the city with a view to improving services. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
Ag Research is hosting the government's latest science challenge with almost $100 million. The Crown Institute will be leading the Land and Water Challenge, involving several other research organisations. The government is allocating $97 million to the project over 10 years. It's the 9th National Science Challenge to be launched from a total of 11. Ag Research has several campuses, including one near Moskiel. The Science Challenge is aimed at enhancing primary sector production while improving land and water quality. Local researchers are already involved in several of the other challenges. An organisation that supports local carers has been given a much-needed financial boost. Carers Society Otago has been forced to rely on grants after losing its government funding last year, but the latest cheque is only helping in the short term.
Feeling the pinch, staff at Carers Society Otago are being forced to find new financial backing. It comes after the Ministry of Health's decision to stop funding the regional service.
It's made a big difference to the way we're funded because our government funding was cut last year, and we've been just quite stressed out doing fundraising. It's an ongoing part of our job.
The Ministry of Health contract ended last September after 15 consecutive years. It's been a big loss to the local organisation that's resulted in the downsizing of services.
We had to do hours cutbacks and cutbacks on the group, so we don't go to Central Otago as often, for example. So that's been a bit of a blow to people who are out in the province. And it's made it difficult for us too, because we've got to try and keep in touch with these people in different ways.
To stay afloat, staff have been applying for grant money from several organisations. The Society has just received $10,000 from the Otago Community Trust, an amount Easterbrook says will last a couple of months. but she's hoping to find a more long-term solution.
We're trying to explore partnerships with commercial organisations or some sort of dual support network that we can offer their staff, because 1 in 5 is a carer at some stage in their life. So if you've got a big provider of employment in Otago, there are going to be a lot of carers in that group.
A regional alliance with Christchurch counterparts is also being considered. In the meantime, staff say they're dedicated to maintaining the current services, ensuring the city's carers are cared for. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
Police have arrested an 18-year-old man in connection with the burglary of a Fairfield home. Officers apprehended the man early this morning when they found him in a vehicle reportedly stolen from Timaru late last week. Police say the vehicle contained stolen property belonging to a Fairfield resident whose Morris Road house was burgled earlier this week. The homeowner is away and his son discovered the break-in while checking on the property. Police are looking for another man in relation to the burglary and the vehicle theft. Local leaders are enhancing the city's art scene in an effort to attract more residents and boost Dunedin's profile as a great small city. Almost $500,000 is being earmarked for arts and culture by the Dunedin City Council. The money is due to be spent over the next 2 years, but not before residents are invited to have their say.
Accessing the arts. About 250,000 people wander through the Dunedin Public Art Gallery each year. It's one of the reasons the city's creative sector is being heralded by local leaders as a triumph worthy of further investment.
Dunedin is to be one of the world's great small cities, and I think in the arts and culture sector in particular, that's one area where we can certainly make that claim.
Councillors have earmarked just under $500,000 for supporting art and culture over the next 2 years. Hawkins says that's warranted as the creative sector plays an integral part in Dunedin's success.
By elevating arts and culture into being one of our core strategic priorities as a city, we're acknowledging that it is as important as our community's social well-being, as our economic development and as our infrastructure, and in fact it contributes to all three of these things.
Even the city's streets are getting a splash of colour. Telephone cable boxes are being painted in every suburb through a joint venture between the council and Chorus. Large street murals are also showcasing the work of local and foreign artists. Hawkins is hoping others see the associated benefits.
If you are interested in attracting those people, socially mobile 25 to 35-year-olds with young families to come and live in Dunedin, you're better off investing in the quality of life that your city offers.
The council's proposed investment in art and culture is subject to public feedback through the annual plan process. Rosie Mannins, 39, Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, are welfare reforms making an impact in the city, and the albatross season gets off to an excellent start.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell menswear, it fits.
Mobility Scooters Otago. Mobility Scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 King Edward Street, opposite Westpac.
The team at Caltex North care more about you than just putting fuel in your tank. They care about you and your family. At the Caltex Valley Workshop, the skilled service team care about your safety, extending the life of your car and helping you live more economically. There's a range of modern equipment to give comprehensive warranty fitness checks and servicing to your vehicle. Come visit your only local in North East Valley and receive 10% off when you book your warrant and service together. That's your friendly Caltex Valley Workshop, 134 North Road, or book online at caltexvalley.co.nz.
Chiropractic care is a drug-free way of sorting out stress and pain by getting your spine in line with body and brain. At Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing, we provide family chiropractic care. Feel taller, lighter and brighter. Call Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing today, 484-7272.
Are you looking to add a new dimension to your home? A Christie's glass house and shed will add value to your property and increase your gardening pleasure, and can be easily ventilated during the day. A Christie's garden shed is a brilliant addition to your backyard, adding to your storage capacity.
The great Kiwi glass house and shed come in all shapes and sizes, are manufactured in Dunedin and come in a range of nature-inspired colour steel colours or metallic zinc-alume finish.
Choose the Kiwi shed that has stood the test of time. Choose Christie.
To the people we meet in southern skies. Take your place, take your place, take your place in the world. Take your place, take your place in the world.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever. From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Welcome back. A new business deal has been struck between the University of Otago and Te Papa. The organisations aim to strengthen joint research, set to have positive flow-on effects for Dunedin's economy. Te Papa staff in Wellington are planning to work with Otago academics in the humanities and science communication fields. Otago Museum is also being invited into the fold as part of a steering group tasked with overseeing the business relationship. It's expected that Otago research will be boosted through Te Papa's involvement and vice versa. And on that note, let's take a look at today's markets. The NZX 50 has closed the day up 6 points. It's now at 6,148. The Dow Jones is up 282 points. And to the exchange rates, and the Kiwi dollar is down against all the currencies we follow. The government's latest figures show fewer people are collecting a main benefit in Dunedin than this time last year. Cabinet Minister Michael Woodhouse says that's a positive result of welfare reforms, and he joins us to talk about that as well as his year ahead in Parliament. Good evening.
Good evening, Rebecca. Happy New Year to you.
And same to you. What is the drop in benefits locally?
Well, 269 working age Dunedinites who were on a benefit a year ago now no longer are. And that's across the range of benefits that we have available, sole parent support, job seeker support and sickness benefits. So I think that's a really good signal.
Why do you think the number has dropped?
Well, Work and Income have intensified their case management of working age beneficiaries, working with them closely on what their needs are, the barriers to getting back to work. And I think that's had a significant impact in joining them up with the jobs that are available and growing.
Do you want to see more residents of benefits?
Absolutely. Look, I think it's everybody wants to be independent of the state and self-sufficient. And it's a very, very difficult life on a benefit. We know that. We provide that support, but I think there's also that obligation to make sure that they have the tools that they need to be able to get back into work.
So you would say that the recent welfare reforms are having a positive effect?
Oh, no doubt about that, and we're seeing that right across the board. The economy does have an impact, obviously, in providing the opportunities for work. But for example, we have nearly half the number of teenage parents on a parental support benefit than we did 8 or 9 years ago, and I think that's a really positive step.
Are further changes planned for the welfare system?
Oh, look, I think this year what you'll see are a couple of things, more around social development than welfare. What we want is to make sure that government departments are all working together to identify the barriers to independence, and they're quite multifaceted. They're health issues, they are the right education for people, identification of what trades are in short supply, and then directing our young into them. Certainly there's higher job seekers in our 15 to 24 age group than we're comfortable with, so we'll focus on that. The other area in social development, of course, is the report into the child, youth and family. I think we'll see some changes there this year as well.
What portfolios are you focusing on this year?
Well, it's a big year. I've picked up the revenue portfolio from last year, as well as holding on to workplace relations and immigration. So it's going to be a busy year. I think we'll see some changes to tax simplification and continuing that program. We've got a refugee quota to support, and of course locally we're going to be welcoming refugees into Dunedin. So I think it's going to be a pretty busy year on the political front.
And how are you hoping to make a difference in those areas?
Well, look, there's a big program of work, particularly refining the immigration policy to make sure that it's fit for purpose, that we've got the right people coming in to fill skill shortages that we have. But also in tax policy, it's nobody wants to pay it, but everybody wants to have an efficient system and a fair system. And locally, of course, there's a couple of big issues bubbling away. The Dunedin hospital plans, which I'm quite close to the Minister of Health on, cycleways, tourism opportunities that are quite significant. I think it's going to be a positive year.
What are some of the biggest issues for the government at the moment?
Oh, look, I think continuing the path of growing in the economy. You're seeing a very interesting and robust debate around trade and free trade. We certainly believe that trading amongst ourselves is not going to make us wealthier, that we do need to connect with the world, as we've done for generations now. And yeah, continuing good health education and law reform policies, they'll be our priorities.
And of course our viewers will notice the pin on your left lapel.
Yes, I have to say I've been wearing it before the Prime Minister started this year. In fact, it was my choice before the first referendum.
What do you think will be the outcome of the second referendum?
Look, I think it's going to be close, but my sense is that the mood is changing towards the alternative flag, and there'll be a lot of profile and publicity about it between now and the second referendum in March. My pick is that it'll go 60-40 in favour of change. Michael
Woodhouse, Cabinet Minister, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Rebecca.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, how opportunities in a new shop will help to rehome and rescue animals. And we're on the streets to find out if you're interested in City Hall's spending.
Help delay the signs of ageing with Collagen Plus from Silverhorn. Collagen Plus helps supplement your body's own natural production of collagen, giving you firmer, healthier, younger looking skin, shinier, healthier hair and stronger nails. It's restoring your beauty from within, and it's great value. 3-month supply, that's 180 capsules, is just $98. We'll pay the courier charge to you, and we'll give you a luxurious face cream as well, beauty from the inside and the outside. Give us a call today, 0800 502 402.
They've got it's all about our customer care, great food, great coffee, and supported by some awesome staff. We think it's really important that the customers, when they come in here, have a good experience and leave wanting to come back. And I think in a nutshell, that's what the Good Oil's all about.
Granddad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Pellet fires are growing in popularity in Otago, with people who want a clean and efficient form of home heating. The sight of a burning flame without the problems of chopping, stacking and carting wood around is a winner. Pellet fires, so easy, so efficient.
Mosgiel Mowers Plus can help you with products to make your garden maintenance jobs easier. Lawn mowers, ride-ons, chainsaws, line trimmers. Sales and service are our specialty. Mosgiel Mowers Plus. Phone 489 3572 22B Gordon Road, Mosgiel.
Yes, sunny chin. Neck, shoulder, back.
Sciatica Pain Specialists. Innovative tools specifically designed to contour your grooves of depletion and excess muscle buildup.
Sunny Chin, it works. Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
The team at Caltex North care more about you than just putting fuel in your tank. They care about you and your family. At the Caltex Valley Workshop, the skilled service team care about your safety, extending the life of your car and helping you live more economically. There's a range of modern equipment to give comprehensive warrant of fitness checks and servicing to your vehicle. Come visit your only local in North East Valley and receive 10% off when you book your warrant and service together. That's your friendly Caltex Valley Workshop, 134 North Road, or book online at caltexvalley.co.nz.
Christie Glass Houses and Sheds. Good to grow stuff in. The first choice for gardeners for over 100 years. Built to withstand extreme weather conditions and hard work. Full range of options available. Thomas Burns Street across the road from the railway station. Free call 0800 Allens.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, the Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Welcome back. A local trust has pleaded guilty to 3 charges brought against it by the Dunedin City Council. The charges against South Sea Trust relate to illegal earthworks at an Ocean View property, exceeding what's permitted under the Resource Management Act. The earthworks occurred on a 68-hectare property in Creamery Road. The trust was ordered to pay about $17,000 in fines and associated costs. It's the first time the council sought prosecution over earthworks under rules that came into effect in 2010. Conservation staff are celebrating a stellar start to the albatross breeding season at Tairoa Head. So far, 17 albatross chicks have hatched successfully, with 12 more still to go. A newly established webcam is helping to document their progress and provide public viewing online. A chick that hatched 6 days ago is being filmed around the clock through the Department of Conservation camera. It's the first time a webcam has been installed at the albatross colony, supplying real-time footage on the internet. Staff are expecting summer heat to be a challenge for the nesting chicks, as they commonly die from overheating and fly strike. A new venture is raising money for local animals. SPCA Otago has just opened its first op shop in the city, using revenue for its rehoming and rescue operations. And the organisation's public presence is being expanded as a result.
Buying a bargain for a good cause. SPCA Otago's new shop is now up and running in North Road. It's aimed at generating more money for the organisation that runs off community support.
We don't get any government funding. We need to look after Otago's animals. We rehabilitate, adopt out and rescue, and this is going towards helping pay for that, which is fantastic.
The shop is in its 3rd day of being open. Public donations have been through the roof, so staff have had to store more goods in a hall at their Opoho premises. Shop workers say the outpouring of support from residents has been incredible.
We've had great response from the public. There's been a lot of new faces come and walk through the door from previously the other shop that was here. It's been a great response all over.
This is one of several SPCA op shops in the Otago region. Staff say it's been hugely successful so far, with a large amount of foot traffic as well as sales. The SPCA team wants to maintain a presence in North East Valley and is pleased with the venture.
We're just wanting it to be as good as it can be. We want to the continued support, want to keep it looking like this, beautiful and tidy, and want people to keep on coming and donating goods to help us look after the region's animals.
The SPCA store has taken over the former Salvation Army shop. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
The Dunedin City Council is going through its next annual plan, setting budgets for the coming financial year. Residents will be asked to have their say on the final draft before the plan is formally adopted. And with that in mind, our Word on the Street team asked members of the public if they're interested in council spending.
Yes, in any city, in any town, that is important, yes.
The councils have got to spend, but as long as they're spending it on the right things, I think it's okay.
There's a lot of wastage that I feel, but one of the biggest wastages that I'm really dead against is all these exorbitant journeys that they have to go to find out a better way of picking up your garbage, how to save water, while we've got experts in this country that can tell us what to do.
Yes, of course I am, yeah. So I'm just interested to know what they spend their money on, yes.
Yep, I am. Interested in where it goes and what happened to it, where it all went with the investments and everything else that happened. I'd like to know more about it.
Yeah, because as a ratepayer, I am interested in what they spend the money on, because it's, at the end of the day, we're paying the money through our rates, usually.
I know I'd be interested in getting a council in that didn't spend so much of my money on things like a cycleway, which seems to be the in-buzz thing at the moment, but you hardly ever see any cyclists. And poor people that have been flooded out of their homes because somebody didn't do a proper job.
Yes, it is important as a citizen. I'm not really from Dunedin, but I guess it matters wherever local council affects the local people, you know, so it worries me a lot.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. The Greater Green Island Community Network is petitioning the Otago Regional Council to reinstate a bus route from Brighton to South Dunedin. Staff at the Otago Carers Society are desperately seeking grants to maintain services after losing a government contract. And almost $500,000 is set to be pumped into arts and culture by the Dunedin City Council over the next 2 years. And it's time now to find out what's going to be on the pages of Thursday's Otago Daily Times, and Dave Cannon's with us. Good evening.
How are you, Rebecca?
Very well, thanks.
We've got a bit of a rural flavour to the paper tomorrow. There's a story about a bit of a stoush over buses in Queenstown. Have a look at that, and also this ongoing issue of cows getting themselves in rivers that haven't been fenced off. But for the townies, we've got a bit of a chat about the Highcliffe Road, which has been closed for quite some time up on the hill and is set to be closed until September, apparently. So there's a few people not happy about that, given it's a pretty important road. Julie Woods, the well-known blind lady, is having some milestone events at the moment. We're having a chat to her. And the wash is all about how you should control the wasps that invade your properties. We've got some advice about that. And the garden photo contest has been so popular, we've had to close it. So the entries are going to close tomorrow.
Wonderful.
We just can't deal with any more.
Can't cope.
Yep.
All right.
So many gardens out there. It's been a wonderful response.
Details in tomorrow's ODT. Thank you, Dave.
Correct.
And it's time now for local weather.
This weather report proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Collagen Plus.
And here is today's city view. It's taken of an island of Tomahawk. And around the city at 3 o'clock today, 12 degrees for both the central city and the Tari, 11 for the gardens. To the situation, the cold southwest flow is still with us until the weekend when an anticyclone will move in. Around the region tomorrow, gusty easterlies and some cloud for Invercargill, Gore and Tiana, but a fine day for Alexandra with southeasters. Fine with southeasters for Queenstown, Wanaka and Twizel, easterlies for Oamaru and a few showers there, 15. And Dunedin tonight and all day tomorrow, cloudy with a few light showers at times and gusty easterlies, 9 degrees tonight, a high of 15 tomorrow. And on Friday, sunny periods increasing with easterlies, 17 degrees. To the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information, high tide tomorrow is at 20 to 8, low tide follows at 2:30. And fishing conditions look good tomorrow afternoon, particularly at around 10 to 5. That's local news for Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.